All right, Solomon, shall I call you King Solomon? Thank you very much indeed for the sports update. Now let's go to another big issue, the issue of underage voting.
It really is a big issue.
That people have seen as an emerging threat to
Nigeria's
our country's democratic processes.
Yeah, and some people have said, look, this may not only be happening in Kano, according to the TMG, the Transition Monitoring Group. Places like Ekiti and Osun have also recorded, such underage voting.
Yes.
Since the story of that underage voters' participation in Kano local government election held on February the 10th, it has taken different dimensions. A video surfaced showing kids casting ballots during the poll, and one that the Kano state government has distanced itself from, claiming that it belonged to the Independent National Electoral Commission and that it was shot in 2015.
INEC, on its part, after initially denying knowledge of the incident, has now given reasons that underage voters are being registered in some parts of the country. The electoral body says that underage voters were registered because the lives of registration officers were being threatened by some members of the community.
INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu has set up an 8-man committee chaired by engineer Abubakar Nahuche to investigate the alleged incident of underage voters in the Kano local government election. Well, we have joining us from our Abuja studio the chairman of the Advanced People's Democratic Alliance, Kabir Shittu. Good morning, and thanks for joining us on the show. All right, the INEC chairman has given a very...
good morning, thank you.
Yes, as troubling as... Yes, good morning, good to see you. As troubling as this development is, even more worrisome is the INEC chairman's response to this underage voting, saying that the lives of election officials, have been threatened in the past, and so, INEC just had to allow such underage voting to go on. I'm not sure Kabir Shittu heard my question there. The issue of INEC says underage voting has happened.
I'm hearing her.
Yes,
I've just heard you now.
Okay. INEC is in trying to explain this away, says the life of election officials have been threatened, and so they had to allow such underage voting to go on. What's your take on that? All right, we still seem to have that issue of connection. We'll try to fix that as quickly as you can. Well, we can hear Laji Kabir Shittu, but it seems you cannot hear us. Confirm for us that you can.
I'm hearing you now.
You can hear us now. Okay, what's your response to this development of underage?
I'm hearing you now.
Okay, how do you feel about this underage voting, this video that went viral from Kano?
That is threatened and is unwelcome, but it is not too bad to our democracy for now, because the underage is what are the causes of underage voting? Why do they register underage? These are the cause is what we now to look at, and then curb the reason why this is happening. First of all, I want to say we are calling for the scrapping of SIEC, which is a state independent electoral commission. That should be scrapped because you are having dual purpose in just one election. And secondly, until people know that they could be punished, or you must put a mechanism which people must be punished for electoral offenses. That will curb why and thirdly, you have to curb up the issue of desperation in political processing. How do you now stop them? That's why we are calling for the establishment of Electoral Offenses Commission. If you have Electoral Offenses Commission, people know that they cannot go scot-free if they do otherwise in the electoral process.
All right.
Like these boys now will have been picked by the Electoral Offenses Commission, taken to court, and then being penalized. That will curb this. Secondly, if we can say, okay, the SEC should be scrapped so that we have one electoral umpire that overlook this electoral process, it will also curb this menace. And thirdly, we should also bring proportional representation so that you stop desperation in political process. When you have political proportional representation, people know that if they can even work to get some percentage in the elections, they can also have representative in those elections. It will curb desperation. If these three menaces are curbed, you won't be having all the. It is not too bad yet because we are in the process, and you know it is telling Nigerians that people are now getting to be aware of their right for election.